Eco activists are real. They are influential. They are in your town. They're putting up stickers in your town. They've convinced your neighbor that humanity is a plague. It's true. They're everywhere. It is true. And they have gone too far. I mean, guys, I don't know. I mean, sometimes I think that they're great because they can really put a positive spin on certain things. I mean, the bombing of the Nord Stream 2, I mean, think of all of the gas that won't be burned, right? Well, that's really good for the environment, isn't it? I mean, I think the Europeans should actually be grateful that their pipeline was bombed because now they get to have a prettier planet to live on, guys. And then the COVID-19 pandemic. I mean, nature is actually healing because of the COVID-19 pandemic. I know, I mean, millions of people have starved to death due to the economic destruction caused by COVID-19. But guys, think about it. The planet is healing. I mean, isn't that wonderful? In fact, this hurricane in Florida, I mean, really, this is just nature's revenge. You know, we should all tell the Floridians that actually, you know, this is good for the environment. Oh, you lost your home? Well, you know, the planet doesn't really need you, you know, and you know, I'm sure that this is really going to make us popular if we start appealing to this type of thinking and start repeating these ideas. I'm sure it's really, really going to make us popular. We should tell the Floridians that this is nature's revenge and it's justice against the injustices they've performed on the planet. I'm sure they would really appreciate that. But for real, guys, for real, I think people should be able to advocate for whatever they want. You know, they can do anything that doesn't harm others, but don't threaten other people and do not destroy their property. Now, there's things going around, and they have been going around for a very long time, promoting acts of terrorism in the name of the climate. And many acts of terrorism have been performed in the name of the climate. And when you say that you support this environmentalism, you're implicitly saying that you support these terrorist actions. And it's ugly. It's very ugly. Let's look at an example. This organization has been in the spotlight lately, getting attention, right? This is called the Tire Extinguishers, right? And this organization, so get it here. We are a decentralized collective, blah, 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 blah. The Tire Extinguishers, this is the pamphlet that they have been putting on people's cars. So they tell people to slash the tires of SUVs and put this pamphlet on their cars. And they actually have been doing this. Attention, your gas guzzler kills. We have deflated one or more of your tires, but you'll be angry, but don't take it personally. It's not you, it's your car. And then it talks about all of these environmental things, which I'm sure this person is really going to read and care about after you have destroyed their property and caused them massive inconvenience. I mean, I'm sure that they'll really love you and they'll really agree with you after you do these things, right? And this is something that is been around on the left for a long time. It's been around for a long time. I mean, even in my town, there's stickers on light poles that say "cut the power," and they have a particular date written on them. Why do they do this? Why do they have this terrorist stuff posted up in my town? And nobody knows. There's no website attached to it. There's no organization name. There's nothing. It just says "cut the power." Who put all of this crap here? Nobody wants their power to be cut. I mean, this is insane. And, you know, anybody can make this garbage. Anybody can make this garbage. This is like a flyer that's been going around, and this is very typical of what you'll see. Car owners, your time is up. You're eating up the planet. We cannot allow you to continue. You are a selfish pestilence. The locust that swallows the harvest has only a collection of nerve endings. You have a brain, a mind capable of critical and empathetic thought, yet you continue to kill and destroy. You have until the 5th of January 2023 to destroy your car. We make an exception for disability and emergency access, which This is a flyer that somebody just made. They've been posting it around the internet, promoting these ideas. And people are going to see this, and they're going to start to think communism is all about this. They really are. And this, what does it actually do? What does this actually do? Well, it gets a bunch of rebellious idiots hyped up for a future that will never happen, for this green future where if it does happen, it will be the result of the thorough economic destruction, right, of the world. And if you slash someone's tires, I mean, think about this. Even if you slash someone's tires, they're not going to feel empathy towards the earth because you slash their tires. They're going to be angry, and they're going to buy new tires and put their slashed tires in a landfill. So you tell me if that's actually good for the planet. And if anything, you've just produced somebody that maybe they were apolitical before. Well, now they fucking despise you. And now they're going to be outspoken against this sort of insane eco activism, right? And if these eco activists get their way, if we actually do destroy power stations and cars and destroy, and celebrate these natural disasters instead of trying to prevent them or cope with them, what's really going to happen? Well, we are going to have a massive drop in the human population, and that's exactly what they want. First, the elderly, disabled, and sick who rely on medical equipment would die, and then people would slowly starve to death, and the human population would go down in number. We would be sent back hundreds of years, and no more hot showers, no more driving your car, no more cell phones. I mean, this is what they want. This is what they want. And we can't say, oh, well, I really sympathize with you, or when we see these acts of terrorism, we can't go, oh, well, I care about the planet too. No. Listen, I understand there's people that care about the planet and having a nice green environment. Green, it makes us feel happy. It makes us feel calm. Green is good for society to have some green and trees and this kind of thing, right? And some people believe in climate change. Personally, I don't know whether or not climate change is real. But what I do know is that when you talk about confronting climate change, you have to be practical and reasonable and make sure that the cost of confronting climate change does not outweigh the actual effects that it has, right? Destroying human civilization as we know it is not worth it compared to the problem of large-scale ecological catastrophe, which is what they're saying. Well, at least we'll have our human civilization. At least we'll have the ability to avert these catastrophes, right? And this type of activism, it's very easy for anybody to do, and it's very easy for anybody doing it to call themselves a communist. But in reality, they are what I would call a rad lib. That's somebody that thinks that they're communist, but really they have just bought into the establishment propaganda and gone rogue with the establishment message, taking it into their own hands, thinking that they are being radical or populist, when in reality, they are simply doing the bidding of the establishment. And you're free to tell me that the earth will be destroyed. You're free to tell me to drive less. But if you do this, don't call yourself a communist. Don't destroy people's property. Don't threaten lives. Don't celebrate acts of terror, and especially don't perform them. And I really, genuinely, sincerely hope that this type of eco-activist is few in number and that they represent only a fringe, but I don't believe it. Because when I talk to people, many of them are completely brainwashed on the issue of climate, and they really do believe that they shouldn't have children because it's going to be bad for the earth. They really do believe that the human population has to be cut down, and they really do believe that these acts of terrorism and that this return to a less developed society is a necessary thing. So we need to do our best in order to fight this insane message and to make it clear that communists do not want things to get worse. We have nothing to do with eco-terrorists and these type of activists and adolescents. Absolutely nothing to do with this garbage. This has been Hertz from Bismuth. Remember to like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't like it. Comment if you have something to add, maybe I missed something. Subscribe for more, and share this video around so that other people can get the message. See you next time.